Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is David. In this video, we are going to talk about an issue, actually two issues that we had coming home from the rally in Florida and up the East Coast. Now, we made it home just fine, but I want to know from you guys if you all have had these same types of experiences and what you did to overcome it. So let me give you just a quick overview of what happened. So we were coming home from Georgia, and we were headed to Chattanooga, and right along the side of Interstate 75, we had our tire sensor monitor started beeping. Okay, now I appreciate the tire sensor monitors, tire pressure monitors, excuse me, because it has saved us now 3 times. And all 3 of these have been valve stem issues. So we have had new tires put on a few years ago, and I went back and looked at the bill of sale, and I could not find a line item for valve stems. Now I don't know if it's included when you buy new tires. We had them put on through a company called Waggin. They are like a semi-truck dealership. So they have the facility to, back the rig in and, address all 4 tires at the same time. And so we had the Goodyear Endurance tires put on, but I don't see anywhere about new valve stems. So what happened was we had a valve stem go bad on the rig on Interstate 75, just north of Atlanta. And we pulled over, no problems. We were able to change the flat. We had a good Samaritan stop by. Here's a little bit of that video. He saw us as he was heading, he would have been heading southbound on 75, and he's come back around to see if we needed some help. Anyway, we had 3 valve stems out of 4 tires that were just replaced maybe 2 years ago go bad. Yeah. Valve stems. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I appreciate stopping by.
I saw you when I went that way. I'm like, oh, I'll load this car up and I'll stop on the way back.
Yeah, I broke the adapter, and so I had to rig up a strong arm, which I did. I just used a pipe that I had. So
you gotta
finally broke it loose.
You gotta adapt sometimes.
Oh boy!
When you're in trouble.
Anyway, we got that changed out, but so not only do we have a valve stem issue, my tools failed on me. And let me show you what happened. So I keep a boatload, maybe I should say RV load, worth of tools in my truck, okay? So I've got all these tools. It's just a mishmash of stuff. I'm not gonna go through everything, right? But I've got tools, and I've got enough stuff to pretty much work on anything I might need, including changing brakes if I had to, and repacking wheel bearings if I had to, in this toolbox right here, okay? All right, so I also keep an impact wrench sockets, and I keep one right here marked lugs, so I know which one to grab right away. And I keep just a set of tools, a small torque wrench that's up to 100 pounds, I think. And then this one here, I think is 250 pounds. Use this one to torque the wheels. But as I was trying to take the wheel off, the impact wrench wouldn't break the lugs loose. So I went and got my strong arm, okay? Breaker bars, they're often called. However, this is, what is this? I guess it was a 1/2 inch. And then the impact wrench is like 3/8, right? 3/8 inch. So what do? Well, you just get an adapter and you put this on, and then you hook on your sockets. Well, guess what? This broke. So I don't know why that lug was on that tire was so tight, but it was tight. It broke my adapter. So now what? And after a few choice words,
oh, fudge.
and Tina put the the recorder away at that point. Well, let me show you what I did to overcome this. I'll also keep, well, there's my ramp. It's turned upside down right now. There's the ramp to load up the rig up onto to change the tire. And because I have the BD3 hitch, it has this little handle here that's used to extend in order to do the work. So what I did is I took this handle for the BD3 and out of my Craftsman socket set, I took this. Okay, I attached this to it because that fits, and I used this as a lever, as a breaker bar, in order to get my socket loose. It did work, but that made me pause and think, you know, as much as I try to be prepared for, you know, I'll say the common things, you know, tires, just things that we might, you know, encounter, this one part right here failed on me. So we got the tire change, got back on the road, and about 50 miles from Chattanooga, my check engine light comes on. I'm like, oh my gosh, now what? So we get to Chattanooga and I look up the error code on the truck, and I find out that it is a NOx sensor. It is the post NOx sensor. There's two, one pre SCR and one post SCR. I think that's the right terms. I looked it up, and one of the effects of that can be that it will put you into limp mode. And I was very concerned about that, because from Chattanooga back to Louisville is about 180 miles. And from what I read on the Rams, if you go into limp mode, you have 145 miles before they shut you down to 5 miles an hour, which is absolutely ridiculous as far as, you know, being a usable truck at that point. Anyway, so I looked the code up and I told Tina, I'm going to find the Ram dealership here in Chattanooga, and the next morning I'm going to run down and talk to them and just ask, you know, am I in danger of going into limp mode, or is there anything they can do? I just want to talk to a technician. So I get down there the next morning, and the dealership, the maintenance department, the service department would not even talk to me. I was so ticked off because all I asked was for just a few minutes to talk to a mechanic, just to get their opinion, to find out if I was safe to try to go on. So let me back up just a little bit, because I had cleared the code because I wanted to see if it was going to come back on. And they said, well, you shouldn't have cleared the code because they couldn't read it. Not that they even would have read it at that point, because you know, they were so busy. Anyway, so I stormed out of there. I was mad, and I looked up, well, I went to take the tire down to Walmart. I had the tire valve stem replaced, had that done, and I bought good def, because what I think happened is I filled up my def at a truck stop, and I think it was contaminated a little bit, because after I cleared the code and doing a little bit more research, it said once you clear the code, give it about 100 miles and see if it comes back on. If it doesn't come back on, then it's probably just a fluke. So Dave went out and drove 100 miles, didn't come back on. So I use a little app called Torque, and it allows you to read things coming off of the onboard diagnostics port. And one of the things it can read are pre and post NOx sensors. So I added those to my readout, and I'll show you what that means. And I think I figured out how all this works. And basically, when you are accelerating or the engine's under load, it creates a lot of NOx in the engine. And as the gases go through the system, then that's when your DEF sprays its stuff into the SCR, and then another sensor says, okay, your NOx emissions are within range. So I think either something happened to the injector got clogged, dirty, or something like that, or the def was bad, and it caused that value on the output to drop below a certain threshold for a certain amount of time. So anyway, I decided we're going to go ahead and leave the next morning and head home. Now, how did I resolve the going forward issue with the tires? Well, let me show you. So when I was at Walmart getting the better def, okay, I found a Harbor Freight just down the road. And so what I decided to do was to buy a pack of these sockets that I can attach directly to this, so I don't worry about breaking one of these ever again. Okay, so that's resolved. If I should encounter another tire valve stem issue, because we've got 3 out of 4 now have failed. So if we ever have another valve stem issue, because we've had 3 out of 4 of them fail, I'm trying these Colby valve stem systems. I don't know, I've never used them before, and I would like to know from you guys if you have used these before and if you've had success with it. So this is going in my kit as well. So Tina and I are getting ready to head out here shortly. We are going to another rally, so I hope all that goes well. But this is my tool mess, and you know, I've said it in another video that I'd rather be prepared and have the right tools but not need them. In this case, I needed them. One of them failed, and now I hope to remedy that with the right hardware. All right, guys, I hope this has been helpful. Please leave me a comment below on the things we've talked about. Let me know if you've had these issues before and how you overcome them. So until next time, we'll talk to you soon.